like a coming home in some way, although I haven't aged in 21 years, so you'll get there eventually. You'll be marveling at your own youth in 21 years. What I want to do today, this afternoon, since y'all have had a lot of information, a lot of great information poured in your heads, I want to make you do a little work, because I teach, so therefore I see everybody as a student, and everybody is my student. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work, but I promise you it is going to be work that you're going to enjoy. It's not going to be very painful. Actually, it's going to be pretty painless. And it'll give you, at the end of my conversation with you, something to take away with you that I hope serves as the foundation for your time at ASU-Beebe. So I want to make sure that everybody has the required supplies. Should be in your folder. So if you'll grab this little note card out of your folder, and you should all have a pen. So I'll give you a moment to do that. Jason is coming around and making sure everybody has a note card. Got a note card and a pen, you're good to go. Should be in your folder. We got one more up here, Jason. It's coming. Then one in the back. Are we good? Everybody good? Okay. How many of you know right now what you want to be when you grow up? Okay. How many of you sort of have a couple of ideas? You're not sure which you want to do. Okay. And how many of you have no clue? You're really not even sure if you're awake yet. You're not sure why you're here. Okay. Not the faculty and staff, just students. Okay. I can't promise a whole lot as a speaker or as a teacher, but I can promise that by the end of our conversation today, I think those of you who know pretty sure what you want to do, and I've talked to a few of you and y'all seem very committed and very driven, you all will know even with more certainty what it is that you are wanting to do and that it's the right path for you. Those of you that kind of have several ideas but you're not sure which you want to do will have some direction. And those of you who just woke up or maybe still asleep, don't quite know what you want to do, you'll at least have the first couple of steps under your belt. And hopefully, any of you, no matter where you are on that spectrum, will feel a little bit better and a little bit sure about what it is that you want to do. So I'm going to share a quick video with you. Some of you may have seen this, but I think it captures really well what the essence of what we're going to talk about in just a minute. Maestro, please. Did you click it? We only checked it 4 or 5 times, right? There you go. You got it.
Phrase, how do I know? The next thing they say is what? How do I know what? The key really isn't to know what. The key is to know why. Because when you know your why, you have options on what your what can be. For instance, my why is to inspire people to walk in purpose. My what is stand-up comedy. My what is writing books. My what could be going out with some friends to eat. In fact, another what that has moved me towards my why is a web series that we have out now called Break Time. So every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, you should subscribe to the channel. We do a series called Break Time on YouTube. So 3 o'clock, we drop a new episode. One episode in particular I'm about to show you a clip to. We were in Winston-Salem. So Break Time, this is how it works. I travel the country, I do stand-up comedy, probably an hour, hour and a half at an event. And in the middle of my show, I'll just sit down and start talking to the audience. And funny just happens. Or I'll meet somebody who's really interesting. So I met this one guy, and he said that he teaches music at a school. I was like, all right, I can teach music, can you sing? And then I'm just gonna show you a clip. Check it. So you're a musical director?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That part can sing, you know what I'm saying? Now, what you give it a version is if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the good version real quick. You know the version. I want you to see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that
Here's the thing. The first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time I asked him to sing, he knew why he was doing it. When you know your why, your what has more impact because you're walking in or towards your purpose. Where is this called? Where is this called?
We wanted to watch that again. So your what has more impact when you know what your why is. We ask a lot of questions. We educators, we in community colleges, we in higher ed, ask you what you want to do and what you want to be when you grow up. What major do you want to have? What classes do you want to take? We don't always ask you what your why is. And that's okay. Somebody may along the way. But I want you to develop what your why is. And if you haven't given it thought, you're going to give it some thought today. If you have been playing around with what your why is, we're going to give you some refinement. But knowing your why, or why, gives you direction, helps you figure out your pathway. It increases your motivation. So those students that I talked to earlier, and I'm not going to point them out, but they're right around here somewhere, when I asked them what they wanted to do and why they wanted to do it, their faces lit up. It showed their motivation, that they were very committed to that pathway because they understood why they wanted to do it. And one of the most important things for someone like Jason Henry, someone like me, someone at the institution at ASU-Beebe, we want you to be resilient. And the more that you understand your why, When you have a setback or a challenge, or you stumble, you don't get the class you wanted, you don't make the grade that you wanted, you have to repeat something, you didn't get involved in the campus organization you wanted, instead of giving up, you are more likely to keep going and work around that if you know why it is important to you and what your why is. So that ends my preaching to you or teaching to you. Now you're going to do some work. So you got your note cards, you got your pen. We are going to work through the process of developing your why. And we're going to start with the why. We're going to move to the what. Then we're going to go to who, where, and how. And the more specific you can be whenever I ask you certain questions, the more developed your purpose statement, that's what we're working on, will be. But it is okay if you're like, I still am not sure if this is what I want to do. It's the process of writing it down, thinking it through, revising it next week, next month, next semester. So it's okay if it's not a perfect plan for you. That's not the point. The point is, how do you get started? How do you develop it? So the first thing that I want you to write down on your note card is what you think your why is. And think about some verbs. I've given you some examples here. Is your purpose to entertain others? Is it to help others? Do you want to inform people about things? Do you want to empower? Do you want to advocate? Maybe there's a group that you've gotten close to that you realize that you are somebody who could advocate for them because they can't advocate for themselves. Is there something you want to change? Influence, inspire. This is just a partial list. You may come up with your own verbs, but I want you to capture a couple of verbs that you feel might connect with what you want to do. So I'll give you a few moments to do that. I can always tell when people are finished because they pick up their phones, right? Like that Instagram picture. Okay. Get a couple of them down. We're going to play with them in just a minute. So in this case, I'm going to walk you through using some selected verbs. I've done help, change, and advocate, kind of as an example to show you what we're doing. So you've written down a couple of verbs for why. Now I want you to write down a couple of nouns for what. So what do you want to help? What do you want to inspire? What is the piece of that that's going to help you with your purpose? So here's 3 examples. Somebody whose why is to advocate. Maybe that's through a legal defense. They want to become a lawyer, they want to become a paralegal, and they want to advocate through that. Someone whose why is change may want to use that for economic development. Maybe their community needs more businesses and industry, and that's where they want to help with a change. And then help, which is pretty common for a lot of students, maybe that what for them is athletic training. Maybe it's nursing. Maybe it's childcare. So I'll give you a moment to write down your what. I told you I'd make you work, right? Looks like you're being good students and doing the work. When you get your what, I want you to think about who. So somebody at my table, I asked them what they wanted to do. They said they wanted to go into education. And I said, what kind of education? They said high school. I won't look at her, won't point her out. She's right there. And I said, what attracted you to secondary education, to high school? She said, I don't like babies. I said, that is a good answer, and that's okay. Group you don't want to work with drives you to another group. So who do you want to work with? Do you want to work with a certain type of population? Do you want to work with a certain type of community? Is it age? Is it gender? Is it healthy versus unhealthy? Who are those people or things that you want to connect with? And you can write down who you don't want to connect with, too, as a part. Got your who? All right, once you get your who, now where? Where do you see your purpose leading you? Is it in a particular community? Is it in your hometown? Is it in a rural or an urban setting? Is it in a high school versus a daycare? I've got the examples of foster homes, my hometown, and community facilities. The YMCA, maybe. And last but not least, this one's a little harder. How are you going to do this? In this case, this person is advocating by providing expert legal counsel for those who have no voice. This person is using change by developing partnerships that will improve our community. And this person is helping mature adults develop athletic capabilities to improve their well-being. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a moment to pull all this together. So now you get to write your purpose statement. And if you want to write it on the back of the card that you have, you can. But you're going to be taking all the parts that we just did. Your first 3 words are, I exist to. So write that down. I exist to. Then you're going to use your action verb, your why. You're going to use your what. You're going to use your whom. You're going to use your where. And you're going to use your how. So I exist to, action verb, who, in, where, so that, and then your how. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. So make sure you get I exist to, blank, blank, in, blank, so that, blank. So this is the first part of it as an example. I exist to empower. I exist to empower adults. In my case, I like working with young adults. I like working with first-year students. I can be even more specific if I wanted to, but this is my why, and this is my what. I exist to empower adults in higher education. This is my why. Don't want to do it in nursing homes, don't want to do it in daycare, I want to do it in higher education. And then I added my how. I exist to empower adults in higher education so that they can achieve their best versions of themselves. And I want you to take a couple of minutes to complete your purpose statement. Give you about 30 more seconds. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just try to get something down. If you want to share it with your neighbor, you can. All right. So I have developed a sense of why. And the video that you saw where the guy sang Amazing Grace, he was told what to sing and then he was given his purpose. And then the speaker said, it really doesn't matter your what when you know what your why is. So here is my why. I exist to empower adults in higher education so that they can achieve their best versions of themselves. My what varies from year to year, maybe even day to day sometimes, but it still aligns with my purpose. So my what is I teach first-year students. I teach students just like you. Does that fit with my why? Yeah. I write books on college success. Does that fit with my why? Yeah, okay. I develop programs I got a word missing there, at my institution to help students. Does that fit with my why? Yeah, okay. I try to inspire students no matter what I do, whether it's speaking to large groups or talking to students one-on-one, to live their best lives. That definitely fits my why. And I also I write about, not just books, but online about issues and college success strategies. Still fits my why. So the what can vary if you know what your why is. I think where the anxiety happens with a lot of first-year students is they think about the what, and then they get really concerned whenever things don't go the pathway that they want. But if they understand what their why is, those setbacks, those challenges seem a lot less magnified in that way. Okay, so everybody got a purpose statement? Just lie to me and say yes, we got it. Okay, good. That's what your professors want. They just want you to nod and smile. All right. So now I'm going to challenge you then to condense your purpose statement into 7 words or less. Okay? So see if you can take the essence of your purpose statement and get it down to at least 7, or at most 7 words, or fewer than that. See if you can do it. I told you I was going to make you work, so get to work. Get those brain cells going. You got 7 words down? Okay. I'm going to challenge you one more level. Now choose one word. It can be from your purpose statement, it can be from the one that you condensed, or it can be a new word that you just thought of if you want to. I want you to come up with one life word, and I'm going to ask for volunteers to share theirs. So think about, what's your one word? And I'm coming out to get you too, to make you say it. What's your one word? Who has a word that they want to share? All right, hey, come on. You got to say your name.
Okay, say it in here.
Miles Meldrum.
What's your word?
B.
B.
B-E, not B-E-E. Okay, very good. Just a B. That's a good one, just a B. All right, back over here. You're gonna make me run. So, you gotta say your name. Don't watch me run.
My name's Tracy Mullen, but my word isn't up there. It's dream.
Dream. Okay, dream. Good. Give me another one. Oh, good. Y'all aren't shy at all. Okay, tell me your name.
My name is Joshua Ruiz, and my word is struggle.
Struggle. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
To me, it's a good thing because if you come over any struggle in your life, you can come over anything. So.
Very good. Give him a hand. Okay, one more word. Okay, yes.
My name is Brittany, and my word is try.
Try. Very good. Okay, who wants to be brave and read their 7-word purpose statement? Or am I pushing it? Who? Oh, there we go. Okay, 7 words. Tell us who you are and what you wrote down.
My name is Alex Golden, and my goal is to heal and help those in need.
Very good. To heal, yeah, give him a round. Heal and help those in need. Excellent. So now I got to ask him, what is your what? What are you going to major in?
I'm going for LPN. After I complete that, I want my major to be RN.
Okay, so do you see his why aligned with his what? It works, yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Tell us your name.
Brianna Young, I want to help to provide better health to children.
To provide better health for children? Very good. What do you think her what is? Nursing? Childcare? All of the above? Nursing. Okay, we got it. Nursing. One more. Pediatric nursing. There you go. One more. Okay. Make you stand up.
My name is Caitlin Barnett, and my 7 words would have to be save the life of animals.
Save the life of animals? Oh, I know somebody you need to connect with. Save the life of animals. Very good. Anybody think they've got a purpose statement in them and want to be brave? Maybe, oh, yeah, oh, good. Y'all are a really sharing crowd. All right, okay, you got to stand up. You want me to read it for you?
No, I'll read it.
Okay.
Do I say my name?
Say your name.
My name's Emily, and I exist to educate students in high school so that they realize their full leadership potential.
Very good, very good. You're getting, called by somebody. Somebody excited? Oh. Do you know her? Is that it? Okay, all right. You've already got a friend here. I had a couple of reasons for doing this. One is, and it sounds like y'all are totally got this, so this is great. I know it's going to make your lives a little bit easier to have a good sense of why you're here and what you want to do. Do know that might change. You may change directions, but ASU-Beebe, the faculty and staff, the advisors here are here to help you with that process because it is a process. Even if you know pretty sure what you want to do and it's going to be high school, there are a lot of educators in here, which is kind of cool. You have the opportunity here to keep developing that and keep exploring that. But if you know that why, you can figure out that what. You can figure out that how. But the why is essential. And I wish you the best. I hope that the rest of the fall semester, I almost said spring, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. The rest of the fall semester is as smooth and wonderful and hopefully not as rainy as it is today. But do know that this is just part of the journey, and you and the people here that are here to support you and your family as well are excited about your journey and glad to know that you at least have an idea of how to develop your why so you can figure out your what. So congratulations for being here. Good luck for the first semester. Thank you.